imagine either being 8 or 9 or 10 years old, and you were recently taken out of the only home that you've known. And then every night you shuffle to a new house. Just the level of uncertainty, the anxiety that these kids experience is horrible.
When kids don't have stable placement, it affects the rest of their lives in big ways.
We can all agree that children belong in families.
In Central Florida right now, we just have a crisis that we've never really seen at this level before in not having enough foster homes for kids in care.
If a teen is not brought into a family and creating some level of relationship before they age out of the system, their outcomes are not great. Statistically, whether it's teen pregnancy, incarceration, suicide, sex trafficking, it's really important that we come alongside the teens because we can really change the trajectory of their lives by putting adults and hopefully a family in their life that can care and love them through all the hard things.
When we had started fostering, I kind of felt like we were alone in this, and I was just gonna have to suck it up and get through it.
And just feeling more like alone in the struggles of teen parenting. How are we going to solve the problem of there not being enough foster families in Central Florida?
Commission 127 is involved in helping stabilize the system, they're involved in helping stabilize the family unit, and they're involved in actually figuring out different ways of caring for children who are in the foster care system, adoptive families, biological families who are stepping forward and taking on challenges that they didn't expect.
I'm not good at asking for help. So Commission 127, I mean, they will be there to ask. Because if I don't have someone there to ask me how I'm doing, and if I need anything, I'm not going to reach out. I feel like that's the great thing about Commission 127 is that they are filling this huge gap that is left there by the system.
The heart is to have more family advocacy ministries in churches all across Central Florida. So with every launch of a family advocacy ministry, that equals a team who then most likely someone will begin fostering out of that church. And we've seen that at Summit, and it's beautiful, and it's really an organic way to have people step into something that can be really hard.
And the beauty of the model that Commission 127 brought to Summit was that everybody can be involved. We could come alongside families in ways of support who are already doing the hard work of foster, and that's how we're going to stabilize the children.
Your ministry has flourished, and I just think it's like so neat how this offering can help us plant other seeds, like summits can help us plant other seeds in Central Florida that will hopefully yield other fruitful ministries.
Because of the success that Commission 127 has had mobilizing the local church, we're seeing all the things here locally right around our church change for the better, and that's awesome. But our ability in this moment to come along Commission 127 as they look to do the same very thing just further out.
Our hope is really to use these resources and to expand geographically. What's beautiful is within the area around Summit. Every foster family in that area who's wanted the wraparound care and the care community has had one. So our heart is that we can at least get another 20 like summits like throughout Central Florida, churches who are all in that say, you know what, we are about loving and supporting foster youth.
Because we've always had a waiting list of families who want to have that wraparound care, to want to be loved by a church, whether it's their church or any church, they don't really care. But there's some areas, some deserts of where we just don't have any churches in those areas. And Osceola is one of those areas.
And if you know somebody who's part of a church, who's leading a church in Osceola County, that we can help them understand this model, let us know. We'd love to support them that way. But helping Commission 127 expand their reach is an awesome opportunity. We have seen what it has done for the foster families here, and I can't wait to see Commission 127 take that further out and make that same impact, and for us to be part of that.
My heart would just be that every kid who's been through hard things, whether they go home and get reunified or whether they are adopted, that they would be able to find the love that God has for them, that they would be able to see their value, their worth. That's really my heart, is that kids would know that every kid could be in a family who could point them to the ultimate love of Jesus.